Shalom, shalom. I'm the brother Marakab. But first and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakak Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and all the Akim out there that are pushing this truth with nothing but sincerity in the name of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai. If I didn't give them honors, I'll give the honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. So there's a story right here that I just read yesterday. It says, so-called man arrested in 13K diesel theft spree in Central Valley. So this guy stole $13,000 worth of diesel. And it says a Southern California man has been arrested following a series of diesel thefts that cost thousands of dollars in damage. According to Coalinga Police Department, the Coalinga Police Department says officers first responded to a Chevron station on West Elm Avenue on March 13, where several pumps were damaged and about 500 gallons of diesel were stolen. It says surveillance footage helped identify a suspect vehicle Ford linked to Angel Fonseca of Victorville. So this nigga was down, up here fucking stealing diesel, And it says total losses from both incidents, including damage, are estimated at $13,000. On April 4th, detectives tracked Fonseca to Kettleman City, which is not that far. I mean, it's like less than an hour away from here, where he was allegedly stealing fuel again at a Valero station. He was taken into custody and grand theft and vandalism charges, though. So, what I'm trying to speak on this, though, is that, either he just did it to come up, though, or he did it because he knows the prices of diesel and gas are going up, man. You know what I'm saying, though? So, this guy, he's carnal, though, because, damn well he's not doing the work of Yahweh Shemel Shai. So, like I said, either he just a nigga that, just trying to come up, or he knows that, gas prices and diesel are going up, though. So he just said, fuck it, I'm going to try to get as much as I can, though, because, it's going to shit, So that's the thing about it, though, man. But us men of Yahweh Shemel Shai, we're not carnal people, man, because we have faith, though. I'm a one. Because we know, things of the world is not going to save us from the destruction that's to come, though, man. And these things are about to come, though, And like I said, this guy either, was a nigga, try to come up, though, or he just knows those times are going to get hard, though. So he tried to supply himself to be ready, though, like those, what do they call preppers, doomsday preppers and all that shit, though. And shit. But that's the thing, though, man. But you see, times like this, though, it's not going to affect the men of the Lord, though, man. So, because there's a scripture that I want to get, and I believe in Zephaniah, the first chapter. I think it's, let me get Zephaniah 1:16. It says, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities, against the high towers, right? And I will bring distress upon men, that they will walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Most High. And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Yeah, because it's, the destruction of, the SCBM missiles, but also, too, because, we're coming to a time where shit that you see in movies, though, man. And that's the thing about it, though. It says that they shall walk like blind men, because they don't even know what's to come to them, You know what I'm saying, though? Ain't nobody prepping spiritually like the 144,000 and the 1/3, of course. While these other people are carnal, though. That's why they're the blind men. They're the blind people, because all this time they just been having fun in Babylon, or not even, believing in Yahweh Shemal Shiloh, man. Because it says 18, it says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Most High's wrath. But the whole land, see, it says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Most High's wrath. But the whole land, just, America, shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. Yeah, and that's coming to America, coming to your town near you, Because, even these doomsday preppers, even these elite bankers, though, not even their money, their goal is going to save them from the wrath of what's coming to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Yeah, they go hide all they want in their bunkers, though, but it tells you in the scriptures, though, that, in Revelation, the 6th chapter, I believe, though, even Jeremiah 16:16, that says that will be fishers turning to hunters. Amos, the 9th chapter, though, which let me get that real quick. They're going to be in these bunkers, though, and shit, though, right? But shit, not even that, they're going to be saved. These bankers, though, right? So it says, where does it say? Where does it say? Although, yeah, I think it's this one. Amos 9:3, it says, and though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, see, the bunkers, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. Even using Leviathan, though, See, and that's the thing, though, man. Because even 4, it says, and though they go into captivity before their enemies, thence will I command the sword, and it shall slay them, and I will set my eyes upon them for evil and not for good. See, you think these elite bankers are safe, man? And these bunkers and shit, they're gonna be put into slavery too, man. So all these things, though, that you put your trust, instead of putting your trust in Yahweh Shemel Shai, you put your trust in carnal things, though, But that's not the case, though, man. Because when all these hell breaks loose, though, all these things are gonna happen, though, man. Which it tells you in Isaiah 33:6. This is one of my favorites too. Yeah. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Strength of salvation, the fear of the Most High is his treasure. See, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Yeah, because we're going to know these things about to happen, though, man. So we're not going to be surprised when you motherfuckers getting judged and shit. When, people's hearts are waxing cold, though, just being shit happening, though, man, that you see in movies, though. It just, things like that, it's not going to surprise us, though, man. It's not even going to, we're going to be desensitized of the events about to come, though, man. We're not even going to be surprised, though, man, because here we are, the prophets, though, of Yahweh Shemel Shai telling you these things are to come, though. So if you know something, it shouldn't be surprising you, And that's what the men of the Lord, though, man. So all these things are happening right now. It's not surprising, though, It's just going to intensify even more and more, though, which we do want to happen, though, People look at us sideways for saying that we want this place to go down. But then at the same time, you look around what's going on. Why would you want it even to continue to, Why the fuck would you want this place to continue? Why would you want a place to continue, though? How wicked and this, it's just all bad, though, man. Here's this nigga stealing $13K worth of diesel because, like I said, either he's coming up, he's just a nigga, or he knows something's gonna happen, though, But you see, he did it in the wrong way. He should have been putting his trust, in Victorville. I think I said the dude is from Victorville. Victorville, I believe the brothers from LA, they be camping out there too in Victorville. Well, they're from Victorville, Talk about Micah, the elders, Daniela. You know what I'm saying, though? I believe them brothers camp out there in Victorville, man. You see? So this dude that stole this diesel, he got no excuse, though. And them brothers out there are beautiful brothers, man. Shit, I watch them camps. I watch them camps weekly, man. All the time, man. You know what I'm saying, though? So it's no excuse, though, bro. And they're probably not the only camp out there in Victorville. There's probably other camps too, man. You know what I'm saying, though? So this dude has no excuse, though, to be saying, oh, I didn't know. Like, nigga, there'd be camps out there, man, in Victorville, man. You know what I'm saying, though? In these big cities, though, damn well there's brothers out there prophesying, though, in these big cities, though, man. We are like light, man. You're going to see us, though, man. You probably see us from a mile away. We shine like a light, though, man. So what is the excuse, though, man? You see what I'm saying, though? So that's why, being the brother, though, man, me and the brothers, like I said, man, I'm not throwing this out there, like prompting ourselves, though, But in reality, though, I think we're the only brothers out here in where we're from, man. You know what I'm saying, though? And I'm not including like I'm talking about the region where I live and where the brothers live, though, man. So probably like an hour, you know, brothers live like almost an hour away, like an hour away from our region, though. Wise, I don't see no other camps out there, you know, preaching though, man. Because if I were to see, because you know, like I said, it's other towns. There's other towns in between me and the brothers' towns, though, you know. And if I were to see a camp though, and any of the small towns that me and these brothers go to, I'd be surprised. I'd be like, oh shit, man, I want to, you know, see what's up. To acknowledge though, see what's going on, bro. You camping, like that'd be surprising to me though, you know. But for like I said, from what I see though, been preaching with the brothers though, man, you know, and the brothers too been preaching for way longer than I have. I don't see camps out here though, you know. So anybody in the Fresno and Kings County area, you people too don't got an excuse, man, because being these brothers, man, you know, these brothers though, man, diligently though, man. Town, if shit, I even went a couple times to Huron, man. You know what I mean? By myself. But we were in Avenel. We're in Lemoore. Definitely did our camping right there a lot for a while in Lemoore. The brothers did Hanford though before I even came in. Now we're doing Stratford though, man. So it's like you people around this region, I know they see us though. They got no excuses too, man. So that's why let me get this last one right here though, you know. Proverbs 1 and 1 and 20 it says, wisdom and crieth without she utter her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of thy gates in the city. She utter her words saying, see, because when we out there camping, we're like in the main streets though, man. You know, so it's no excuse. It says, how long ye simple ones will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. See? How long though, man? How long? Because how it's going right now, it's a grace time. Literally, it's the grace time right now. But it's that window is shutting, man. So like I said, man, hopefully this video was edifying. You know, to the next time I say, Shalom.